Hi everyone, Sherry Miller here today on day 10, and I'm going to talk about joy today because I'm feeling really joyful, and we're supposed to be joyful, and it's nice when those coincidentally work together. But I'm feeling really joyful today because yesterday I had a realization that's just sinking in more and more today. Yesterday I said I create energetic beauty. And I'm loving that so much. Creating beauty has been always problematic because it can mean so many things. Interior design and hair and makeup and all those kinds of things. But energetic beauty, that's the movement of energy, the flow of energy, behavior. It's movement. Movement through life. Interaction. I love this. I love energetic beauty. So I teach the energetics of behavior to people who are trying to create, who are bringing energetic beauty to the world. Hi, Carity. So nice to see you here. Cool. I know what I do now. Other than giving you the keys to your unfettered soul, I teach the energetics of behavior to people who are wanting to bring energetic beauty to the world. I love this. I love it. So, this is a little bit of excitement. I started off in joy and I want to go back into joy. And I'm going to review. I'm going to flip my screen around. I'm getting the hang of this now. Maybe. Thanks, Harity. Okay. Jeez. I'll get it. There, I'm flipped. But you can read the words now. Okay, so we still have to practice. Jeez Louise. So I want to talk some more about this and the difference between excitement and joy. So I've covered this in the last 2 videos. If you want to know more about it, you can go back and watch them. But excitement, joy falls in the calmness quadrant, not in the excitement quadrant. That's the difference between excitement and joy is the arousal level. I'm going to get rid of this stuff on my screen so I can see the comments. Excitement has high arousal in your reticulating activating system. So I'm trying to read what you said. How did you flip your camera? I'll tell you that in the comments. Tricky, I know. Clever. Okay, so letting myself be distracted. Excitement versus joy. So in excitement, your reticulating activation system is in high arousal. In joy, it's in low arousal. But don't worry about that, because I know some people are going to get worried about, or in calmness, it's in low arousal. People are going to get worried about being calm. I'm going to cover that in a second. But when you're in high arousal, you're either going to be in fear or excitement. And in high arousal, excitement can be fun, but it's also, it's jerky. It's kind of harsh movement. It's not supple and flowy and able to incorporate all of things into life. So in excitement, we don't make the best decisions, just like in fear. When our arousal is high, we don't make the best decisions because it's very easy to flip into fear. One negative thought and we can flip right into fear. Because that high arousal in your reticulating activation system, I keep saying that wrong, is putting you on a high alert. Even if you're excited, when you're excited, that means that your outlook at that point in time, it's hard when your phone is flipped when you get used to it the other way. You get used to not get used to. In high arousal, even if your outlook is optimistic instead of pessimistic, you're still in that state of ambiguity. You don't really know what's going to happen. And you think something good is going to happen, so you're excited, but you don't really know what's going to happen. So you're on high alert. Your system's on high alert, which kind of makes it more tense and sharp. And when you're in the calmness quadrant, when you go in here into calmness, you're not so much on high alert. You feel safe to just take in the energy and flow the energy, and you know that you're capable of incorporating whatever is coming your way. So the difference between excitement and joy is that joy comes from a place of calmness. Joy comes from a place where you know where your center is. You're firmly connected to it, and thus you can move smoothly through things, through any challenges or encounters that you may have. The problem I am starting to realize the more that I'm teaching this is that a lot of people are afraid to go to the calmness quadrant, which is low arousal, optimistic outlook. And I believe they're confusing low arousal with low energy. And they're like, I don't want to have low energy. They're equating calmness with low energy or boredom. And I would say both low energy and boredom are actually stress. They're actually part of the anxiety and worry quadrant, which is low arousal, pessimistic outlook. Boredom is really low arousal, and you think there's nothing good there, so you're kind of shutting off, or you're just unwilling to interact and feel things because you have some block, which makes you not experience the sensations of life, which makes it feel boring. But that goes in the stress category. Low energy, I am now realizing, also belongs there. The more that I really integrate this into my being, integrate the concept of this, the more I'm feeling and realizing that low energy is really a very stressful state where you're actually using your energy to prevent other energy from flowing through you. That's why it's sucking the life out of you. So there's energy everywhere all the time flowing, and you either can allow it to flow through you in a state of flow, maybe that's why it's been called that, or you can block it. You have to use your own energy to block the energy that's everywhere from flowing through you, and that sucks the life out of you. It's a double whammy. That's why we're so afraid of low energy. But low energy and boredom are not calmness. Calmness is when you can allow the energy, all the energy around you, to flow through you. You can be that conduit, that vessel of energy, without it knocking you off balance. So you don't have to go into high arousal, high alert. I better be ready for anything. I think it's going to be good, but I better be ready for anything. You don't need that, because you're in that supple, secure, centered state that can easily maneuver any challenges, any obstacles, and that can stay in that place. So the danger in equating calmness with low energy or boredom is that you won't go into that quadrant. And all of the positive things that happen in life, other than brief moments of excitement, which are fun, but you have to come out of them, you can't sustain it, or you flip into fear, all of those come out of that quadrant, the calmness quadrant. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, you're agreeing with this calmness and low energy thing, it looks like, Hardy, huh? I can't read the whole comment. I'll have to go into it later, but this has been a huge realization for me. I'm really excited about it. We don't make good decisions in excitement. We certainly don't make good decisions when our outlook is pessimistic. So when we're in fear and anxiety, of course you can't make good decisions there. But even in excitement, you don't make good decisions. And you don't take good actions other than for a brief period of fun. You have to go into the calmness quadrant. And if you're afraid of that quadrant because you equate it with low energy and icky feelings and boredom, then you're never going to be in that place where you can experience joy and good decisions and flow, because that's where they all happen. That's the only quadrant where you're totally connected to your center, both physically in your physical movement, which is now supple and able to incorporate obstacles, but also emotionally. There's a reason that we use exactly the same words to describe our emotional and our physical state. In both cases, we say are grounded. In both cases, we say we're centered. In both cases, we say we can incorporate obstacles and overcome resistance. All of those words have identical physical and emotional uses for a reason. That gets into the energetics of behavior, because you feel emotion to get you to move. So that's why they equate. That's why we use the same words to describe physical and emotional, because the purpose of energy and motion, the feeling of emotion, is to get you to move in some fashion. So I think this is just a huge realization. It's super important. And it puts me a little bit out of joy and into excitement when I think about how big that is. And when I couple that with my understanding of creating energetic beauty, which I'm so happy to have, energetic beauty is all in the calmness quadrant, entirely in the calmness quadrant. That's why this is so cool. Maybe that's why I had that thought, is because I've been looking at this. So energetic beauty all happens there. Those beautiful moments in the performing arts where you've made that perfect connection. The beautiful moments with the horse or your dog where you've made that perfect connection, or your children. Those beautiful moments where you created art that was really you. Those beautiful moments where you just said something that was all you, or where you just stood and felt totally who you are. That's all energetic beauty. And it all happens in the calmness quadrant. So what I help you do, what I do is give you the keys to the calmness quadrant, the high flow, the high energy, low arousal, optimistic quadrant, so that you can learn how to start living there. Live as fully who you are, live from the heart, and create energetic beauty. That's a pretty cool thing to do, and I'm happy that I'm doing it. I think I will stop on that note, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Thanks for watching.